Sean Tell, FightHype.com here with the legendary Filipino Flash, Nonito Donaire, 5-division champion and the current WBC bantamweight champion of the world. Man, Nonito, you know, we didn't get Pacquiao Spence, but your breakdown that you gave us back in June, that was probably the closest experience we got to Pacquiao Spence. Yeah.
I mean, that was a very interesting fight, a very exciting fight. I think we still have a good, exciting fight on our hands still.
Yeah. Do you think that this is a easy? Well, not easy, but
well, in the books, it looks easy because the guy is stationary. He's easy to hit, you know, and you got a guy who's mobile like Manny. But then sometimes things don't work as the paper says. So I would say that, you know, Manny is an incredible fighter, and I think that he's most likely to win this fight at a high probability. But then you can't take away what Ugas is capable of. You know, he's a champion for a reason. You know, and I think that you can't underestimate anybody who throws punches at you. So I think that it's you know, it's something to be excited about.
You know, Manny looked great in that last fight against Thurman. He only has 1 KO in his last 16 fights, but he dropped Thurman. He looked good. What are the chances you think he gets a knockout Saturday night?
Well, I mean, there's a big probability of it. You know, if you're able to hit the guy numerous times, you know, the accumulation of it really will deteriorate the durability of the fighter. I think that out of all the fighters he's fought, I think Ugas is a tough guy, but I think he has the high probability of a stoppage with him because Ugas will fight. You know,
so stay in front of you?
He will stay in front of you and will fight. But again, he's also dangerous because he'll punch with you.
Right.
You know, and anybody that punches with Manny can get him in a dangerous position too.
So I remember too. Well, right, that he could get him in a. So you think that right hand that Ugas has that he can time well is a dangerous thing going against Pacquiao?
Anything that you don't see coming will hurt you.
Right.
But
do you think Ugas has the ability to hit him with something you don't?
That's the question, is because Manny's very tricky. You know, I sparred him a long time ago, and he's a tricky man.
You sparred Manny back?
Yeah, back in the days. I was 17 at that time. You know, and he's a tricky guy. You know, you don't know. He has a lot of manipulation on his distance and the way he moves. You know, and I think that if you can't figure that out, it's SOL for you.
So if you sparred him 21 years ago, right? It's because you're 38, so now you were 17.
Yes.
So this would have to be the year 2000.
Yes.
Before he was the Manny Pacquiao.
He was about to fight Libuada.
Oh.
At that time, so I was helping him spar Libuada before he fought Libuada.
What do you remember about that?
Oh, I learned a lot from that sparring. You know, just the movement, and you know, he was already a former world champion at that time.
Right.
And I hadn't had a professional fight yet. I've learned a lot from him. One thing is that he was just energized bunny, just running all over the place. You have like 10 guys in front of you. You know, so I learned a lot from the way, you know, from that sparring alone.
Who was faster?
I mean, I was pretty fast growing up, so I can't say who's faster because, you know, I'm in there. You know,
you're the Filipino Flash, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of accumulation of punches, I think I was quicker in reaction. But in terms of punching volumes, he was all. I think he was punching faster than me, but I just released my punches faster than him.
Were you like, damn, this is the rare guy who can match me?
I would like, boom, hit, but then I would hit, but then it would go at the end of it, you know. So it was very interesting.
Man, if we
Sorry.
No, it's okay. What's up, Rachel? Yeah, but dude, I would pay good money for those tapes.
Yeah, me too.
What was it? 5-6 rounds? Just one time?
Yeah, about 5-6 rounds. Yeah, a couple of times. I did a couple of times. You know, I did learn a lot, but I did learn the adversity of fighting southpaw during that time.
Did you ever tell this story already?
Maybe, but not in like detail. More like I sparred with them.
Yeah. The little did the people watching know they were watching the 2 greatest Filipinos of all time that day.
Right? It's crazy, man.
Just 2 skinny guys.
Yeah, 2 skinny guys. He was at 126. I was 106 then, or 103.
So.
Yeah, 105.
Do you think if let's say he gets that knockout, like you said, is in play, could happen. Do you think he continues to fight,
I mean, there's a big chance of
or
him
go
being-
out with a hurrah, man? Like,
I mean, there's a thing to say. You know, for him, he said something about he wanted to spend some profit or whatever before he's retired. But he said it was this fight that he want to try to retire. But I doubt, you know, when there's a missing piece, you know, if your mind is really not into it, he won't have it. I think that he's still capable of beating a lot of the guys, a lot of the elite fighters up there, a lot of the champions. You know, it's just where his mind is, where his heart is what counts.
when I talk to other champions like you, that's what they say. They go, if he looks good, he's going to keep fighting.
Yeah.
You know, they say it's more likely if he loses.
I mean, how many times have you seen fighters who didn't look good and still kept fighting? It's just in our blood. It's just we have.
Well, your boy Drake called it a day. Andre Ward
Dre was
looking good.
Dre was smart. He's always been a man of his word. You know, it's like haggling. You know, when they say goodbye, they say goodbye. You know, Dre, as much as he is capable of it, but he closed that chapter. You gotta respect that man for being true to that word, to his word. You know, a lot of fighters don't. You know, because they're so enticing. You know.
But he was good. Like
He was amazing.
He
He
made
was one of
plenty.
the best.
Well, I just meant like he was good walking away. Because it's like.
See, that's the thing is you gotta have that resolve before you walk away. If not, you're gonna keep coming back.
Right. That was an awesome picture of you two as kids, man.
That's my boy, man. That's my brother, man. Growing up, he's helped me out a lot. You know, I don't know. I've told this story numerous times. You know, that's something that why I like to give back as much as I can, because he was one of those guys that gives back. He helped me out to get back. When I quit boxing, he got me back into it. He helped me out. You know.
Wait, he quit boxing? He got you back into boxing? Yeah. What happened?
2000, I don't know, 2003 or 2004, I just called it quits. You know, I called it quits. But he was one of those guys, so it was 2003 because he was going for 2004 Olympics.
Right, that's the year he won the gold medal.
Yeah, and you know, he just kept telling me, Nito, man, I believe in you, bro. You know, and he's always helped me out. He'll pick me up at my house, and he'll drop me off to the gym. He'll drop me off from the gym, you know, and sometimes if he can't pick me up, he'll put a 20 in my bag to take the work, to train to the gym.
Right.
So I owe a lot to where I'm at because of training.
Why were you stopping boxing? Like, what
You know, it's just one of those things. I wasn't one of those kids that was an Olympian, you know, that had, you know, where they got monthly or they were financially set.
Right.
Or they had fights. I was a short notice guy. You know, they would say, hey, Nonito, you're fighting in 2 days or something.
Right.
All right. You're fighting in a week. Okay. You know, I was one of those guys. So that's why I fight everybody, because I didn't have a choice.
Right.
You know, and he helped me out. He helped me to get there. He helped me to realize my potential. You know, because he was the only guy when no one believed in me. I didn't even believe in myself. He was the only guy.
But Andre Ward did. Wow.
And this is why I'm here.
That's why it would have only been one Bay Area legend, but he made sure it was two.
Yeah. Well, there's three. You know, I gotta say what's up to my boy Robert Guerrero.
Robert Guerrero fighting on Saturday,
That's
right?
He's fighting, so I wish him the best. I wish him luck. You know, but you know, ultimately, you know, Dre has been a thing, and of course, my wife brought me to where I'm at because it led me to realize myself and that sport that I wanted to be. You know, so I mean, it takes a village to create a true leader. You know, because you learn from your mistakes. You know, and there's people out there that are not afraid to tell you your mistakes. You know, and there's people out there that are the people you trust, at least, you know, friends and families who help me to realize my potential and believe in myself.
Along the way.
You know, along the way. You know, not just one person. You know, you can't do it by yourself. You know, sometimes people forget that they think that they can do it themselves. You know, but you're not out there by yourself. You got a corner man. You got somebody this, you got somebody that. You know, when you start to realize that you have those people is when you can learn to grow better. But you can't trade them. You know, just trade them. You know, they're not disposable.
Right.
You know, they have to be real. And I think that's what real people can or a real champion is when they do realize who the real people are, is when they can excel beyond, not just outside the ring, not just inside the ring, but outside. You know. See, I'm just rambling.
No,
right now.
you're dropping jewels, Nonito. You're dropping jewels here at the lobby bar at MGM, baby. You're dropping jewels.
I'm just grateful, man. I'm just grateful for the opportunity that I have. You know, I mean, growing up as a kid, I didn't have anything. We were very poor. You know, I grew up, we didn't have electricity.
Damn.
You know, we would do our homework.
Even though you were in America, it was like growing up in the Philippines.
Oh man,
It was like,
when I was in the airplane looking down, I thought those were fireflies, all the lights, because I've never seen them. You know, so where I'm at is a dream of a dream. You know, it's just I could only just dream about it. It's surreal to be here and to be the person that I am, or be the champion that I am and becoming. You know, and all that stuff. And that's why for me it's important for me to give example. You know, that you don't have to talk to be a world champion. You don't have to talk crap. You just gotta work for it. You just gotta do your job. An opportunity will lead to it. But most of all, you gotta be confident. You know, and I think that's one of the biggest keys that I have is when I realized my confidence is when I became the person that I am. You know, champion, especially now. You know, when people wrote me off, so coming back stronger. It's not I believe in myself, and there's nobody else telling me what to do or who I am.